So today, we're diving into a really big question, one that sits right at the heart of this whole AI revolution. How in the world do you keep your most valuable data safe when your most powerful worker is a machine? Well, that's exactly the challenge that FileFlex GuardianAI is built to solve. Let's break it down. Okay, just think about this for a second. Imagine you could hire the absolute perfect employee. I mean, this person works 24/7, they're smarter than anyone, they never get tired. But what if you couldn't trust them? What if they had access to every single company's secret? That's the exact problem companies are facing right now with a brand new kind of workforce. And that new workforce, it's what we call agentic AI. Now, we're not talking about your simple little spell checker here. No, no. These are fully autonomous digital employees. They operate all on their own. As QNext's CEO put it, they are the new super users in the company, and they basically hold the keys to the entire kingdom. So here's how we're going to break it all down in this explainer. First, we'll look at what makes this AI super user so different. Then we'll get into the huge data risk they create. After that, we'll talk about the totally new security mindset we need. Then we'll introduce the solution from FileFlex GuardianAI. And finally, we'll cover the big investment opportunity that all of this creates. All right, let's really dig into this idea of the enterprise super user. You see, an AI agent just doesn't work like a person. It's on all the time, across every single system, and it never, ever stops for a coffee break. And what that means is that all the old ways we used to secure our networks, they just don't work anymore. And this slide really shows you the mismatch, right? Our old security models were built for people. It was all about building a big wall around the castle, a perimeter, and then just reacting if somebody managed to get over it. But agentic AI, it's not trying to get in the castle. It already lives inside the castle. And because it's autonomous and always on, that old reactive model is completely, totally broken. So if the AI is already inside the walls, what's it doing? What's it touching? Well, that brings us to the absolute core of the problem: unstructured data. Now, this isn't the nice, clean stuff you find in a database. Oh no, this is the messy, human stuff. And it's where all the real secrets are hidden. And the amount of this stuff is it's staggering. It's estimated that somewhere between 80 and 90% of all the information inside a company is unstructured. Just let that sink in. We are talking about the vast, vast majority of a company's brainpower and value. And this isn't just some abstract concept. We're talking about the things that make a company what it is. The contracts you're negotiating, those private emails between executives, your secret R&D projects, your financial plans, all your customer data. I mean, this is literally the crown jewels. And because it's so incredibly valuable, it is exactly what hackers are going after. The press release on this is crystal clear. This unstructured data is the main way most companies get breached. So giving an autonomous AI agent free rein in there, it's like leaving the vault door swinging wide open. Look, this new world requires a completely new way of thinking. That old model of trust but verify or trust by default, it's dead. The new philosophy for security has to be built on one simple but really powerful idea: never trust the agent. And out of that philosophy comes this brand new category of security they're calling agentically secured infrastructure. The idea behind it is actually pretty simple. No AI agent gets a free pass. Every single thing it tries to do is checked in real time against a set of rules that a human administrator put in place. The CEO of QNext, Anthony DeCristofaro, he says it perfectly here. It's about flipping the entire security model on its head. Instead of waiting for a problem and then reacting, you build a system where the AI is literally constrained from the start. It is mathematically impossible for it to do something it's not allowed to do. So that's the big idea. But how do you turn that into an actual product? Well, that's where FileFlex GuardianAI comes into the picture. It is designed from the ground up to be that essential governance layer. Think of it like the digital rulebook for all of these AI agents. So how does it actually work? Well, it's a pretty straightforward 4-step loop that's always running. First, a human IT admin sets the rules, what the AI can and can't do. Then, whenever an AI agent tries to do anything, like access a file, that request gets stopped and sent to GuardianAI. Think of it like a security checkpoint. GuardianAI instantly checks the request against the rules and either approves it or denies it. And here's the crucial part. Every single decision is logged in a secure, unchangeable record. Now, for anyone thinking about investing, this next part is absolutely critical. Guardian AI is not being built from scratch. It's actually the next evolution of FileFlex's existing zero trust platform, which is already patented, already in the market, and already proven to work. So this isn't some wild bet on a brand new idea. It's building on a solid foundation. Okay, so this brings us to the big opportunity. This is not about investing in just another security app. This is about investing in the fundamental infrastructure, the actual guardrails that the entire future of the AI economy is going to be built on. Right now, smart investors are all looking for those durable, foundational pieces of the AI puzzle. And that is exactly what Guardian AI is. It's like investing in the company that's building all the traffic lights and road signs for a world that's about to be filled with self-driving cars. It's not just a nice to have, it's absolutely essential. And this isn't a future opportunity. It's happening right now. FileFlex has a strategic capital round open, and they're targeting to close it in the second quarter of 2026. The money is going straight into getting this into the hands of big companies and building out partnerships, with the goal of becoming the mandatory control plane for AI in really sensitive industries like finance, healthcare, and government. And this final quote from the CEO really drives home the sheer scale of this vision. He says this isn't about just patching a security hole after the fact. It's about defining the fundamental rules of the road that these autonomous systems are going to need before we hand them the keys to our most critical operations. So I'll leave you with this one last question to chew on. As AI gets deeper and deeper into everything we do, our infrastructure, our businesses, everything, the question isn't if we'll need guardrails. The question is, who is going to build them? And FileFlex is making a very, very compelling case that they're the ones to do it.